A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. From Holy Hadith, Hadith Qudsi, the 25th of 40, the loyal friends of Allah where Prophet described in Hadith Qudsi is right below level of Holy Qur'an, that's so holy that Allah made a special category of the sayings of Sayyidina Muhammad, and a reminder from myself inshaAllah.
عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن الله عز وجل قال من عادى لي وليا فقد آذنته بالحرب وما تقرب إلي عبدي بشيء أحب إلي مما افترضت عليه وما يزال عبدي يتقرب إلي بالنوافل حتى أحبه فإذا أحببته كنت سمعه الذي يسمع به وبصره الذي يبصر به ويده التي يبطش بها ورجله التي يمشي بها وإن سألني لأعطينه ولئن استعاذني لأعيذنه وما ترددت عن شيء أنا فاعله ترددي عن نفس عبد المؤمن يكره الموت وأنا أكره مساءته. رواه البخاري.
To the holy words of Sayyidina Muhammad that on the authority of Sayyidina Abu Hurairah that Sayyidina Muhammad Allah the Mighty Sublime said, whoever shows enmity or fighting or come against someone devoted to me, and the translation is funny because it's awliyaullah, come against my awliyaullah. How they manipulate the translation because they want to say there's no mention of awliya. They come against my awliyaullah who fight them or cause difficulty upon them, I shall be at war with him. And awliyaullah teaching that Allah throughout Holy Qur'an never declares war on anyone, that you can do many things and Allah described there will be punishment. Only time when Allah mentioned war is if you came against my awliya, that I will declare a war against you. And Allah God forbid that Allah ever to be angry from us is something unimaginable. That you think in life is difficulty, imagine when your Lord declares war, God forbid, upon somebody. So it means that this holy hadith, Allah is starting its magnificent reality with a tremendous warning. That I'm going to give you a warning about what I'm about to describe, that I'm going to declare war if you can come against these people. I shall be at war with him. My servant, when he draws near to me with anything more love to me than his religious duties, I have enjoined upon him. And my servant continues to draw near to me with he completes his fard, he or she, they complete their obligatory worshipness and they begin to come with, what is the word for the sunnah prayers? Nawafil, no, the English. Supererogatory works. Supererogatory works. That which is not mandatory. So Allah's clarifying that you do what is mandatory and you did it for me, he completed or she completed that obligation, but they begin to do things that are not mandatory. They do acts of what we call the sunnah, acts of love, things that are not obligatory, but Allah is describing that these are acts of love and muhabbat, that they begin to do things out of their love and their joy for me. I have enjoined upon them, whatever duties I have enjoined upon them they have done. My servant continues to draw near to me with their worshipness so that I shall love them. And when I love them, I am his hearing in which he hears, his seeing in which he sees, the hand in which he strikes, the foot in which he walks. Were he to ask something of me, surely I would give it to him. Were he to ask me for refuge, surely I would grant it to him. And I do not hesitate about anything as much as I hesitate in seizing his soul of my faithful servant. He hates death and I hate hurting him. And this is the holy hadith al-Bukhari. Means that we've said this many times, this is a foundation of tariqah. When Allah giving this holy hadith that I'm going to describe this reality to you, but put a warning at the beginning that these are not a normal situation. And these people whom Allah going to describe in that description, because there's a reality. So He says, be careful of what you're about to understand, that there's a reality in that, and that they did what was obligation for them and they began to do extra acts of worshipness. And you do extra out of love. Obligation, you have to do your obligations because Allah demanded it. Out of love, out of their expression of love, they begin to do their acts of worshipness, and Allah begins to describe, I love them. If Allah's love begin to dress upon the servant, it's very deep because we say it many times, but when these teachings will come out, you're going to reverse the understanding. Allah describing, I love this servant. If I love this servant, I'm going to be his hearing, not his ears, but his eternal fact, his eternal reality of hearing. He's going to hear with the power from Allah. I'm going to be his seeing. He's going to see with the power from Allah, and then many times throughout Allah watch out for those who see with the vision and the light of Allah. Watch out in your life for those whom when they look at you, they look with the light of Allah at you. Why watch out? Because they understand. They understand whatever Allah want them to understand. They can go, and we've described in other lectures, they can go deep into your intention. Their nazar can go straight into your heart, into your nafs and down into your soul, and your soul will tell them realities. Means that Allah's vision can't be limited. So Allah's clarifying for them, it's my vision. So don't say to Him no, because Allah's vision has no limit. So what Allah wants to grant to His servant has no limit. He can hear with infinite limit, there is no limit. Depending upon the rank of that servant, Allah's hearing is upon that servant. His breathing, when he breathes, he's breathing from my breath, from my power. He's hearing from my power, he's seeing from my power. That his hands are under my qudrah, under my majesty, under my power. His hands are my hands. His feet or her feet, the qadam, the step in which they move is under Allah's command. Means that when these people that Allah describing, one, be very careful around them what you say and what you even whisper within your heart. What you say is worse, and Allah says, imagine if they talk bad from their tongue, what kind of badness is coming from their heart. But this is only the tip of the volcano, the real festering of sickness is inside. So be careful how you talk. That's why the school of adab is in the tariqahs, because the tariqahs are loaded with those people whom Allah described as His awliya, His friends. That watch out, they hear with my hearing, they see with my seeing, they breathe with that Divinely breath, they speak and their tongue speaks from Allah's Divinely oceans. Their hands, what they call yad, the hand yadullah is the power of Allah upon their hand. Where Allah throughout Holy Qur'an is giving subhan, may glory be to the hand that has that mulk. Why? Because Allah's hand. Is Allah given authority and a power over a servant? They have an authority from Allah, not authority from people, and they don't care what person on this earth de-authorizes them, because it's an authority from Allah. There's not somebody, you crown somebody on earth, you say here's your crown, and now we all think you're a powerful person or great person or a beloved person for God. No, Allah has to give the title and only Allah can take it away. Then their qadam and their foot is they move where Allah wants them to move, regardless of who wants them there, don't want them there. Their qadam is based on what Allah wants. Then Allah so much so whatever they ask from me, they are like Rabbaniyun, they are of a lordly nature. Another hadith describes the version where they are Rabbaniyun, they are of a lordly nature. Their soul is not like a regular soul, not the House of Commons but the House of Lords. Their soul is Rabbaniyun. And what they say and what they ask, Allah describes as kun fayakun. Whatever they ask of me, I'm most giving. I want to give to them what they ask. So it means this is a tremendous reality. This is a tremendous blessing. And then they describe